Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 21 of Expert Skyblock with Soren. Soren, have you figured out how to make me talk properly yet?
Well, that's a trait that we'll learn later. We'll just roll with it. We're good. I think it's good now.
You sure?
You know that I don't like that question.
I do know that.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just talk inside your head and that'll be fine.
Don't do that.
But I'm inside your head. Hello.
No, make it not so. So what's up, dude?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I got a new mic.
Ooh, that's
And
exciting.
I'm still learning.
Yeah? I'm playing with some Botania automation. Ignores metadata because all the flowers are different because of their metadata, like wool. So I think that should work. So this should only pick up that stuff. So that should be cool. So in theory, this should work. Nice. So this is yellow. We currently have 12 mystical yellow powder flower thingies. That should get picked up, and we should eventually have 14. Nice. That is cool. All right. So just to clarify, like, are you gonna pick up out there? Maybe not. Can you pick up out here? Did I like totally guess correctly with the right sizing? Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay, cool. That's neat. Okay. Perfect. Nice. That's actually working really well. I'm very pleased with that. Okay, cool. As you guys can see, I've been doing some mana stuff, Soren.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, coke blocks do really well with endoflames.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm like cruising right along with mana pools. I've almost got 2 full mana pools, which is nice. I'm excited about that.
Good.
Today, I think I want to work on runic altars.
Okay.
I've come up with an awesome way to automate runic altars.
Really?
Yeah, like really, really awesome.
I want to see this awesome way.
Yeah, like, so I want to propose to you the challenge of how to automate a runic altar. Like, do you know what the challenge is?
The fact that I have no idea.
Okay,
You can't right-click things and do it.
Like, look up Rune of Earth, right?
Of Earth.
Right.
Okay.
So in order to craft that, you need to drop those items onto the runic altar, and exactly those number of items, no more or less, right? So you can't like put 2 earth shards in there or else it won't work, right? Then you have to send some mana towards it via a mana spreader. Once it's done crafting, you have to drop a piece of living stone on top of the runic altar and hit it with a wand of the forest, and it will craft.
Okay.
So you think about how that could be done.
Didn't we do that in regrowth?
Not automated.
We kind of did.
Did we? How did we do it automated in regrowth? Did we use witching gadgets?
We were going to. You showed me that, but that was after we set up a convoluted system.
Right.
So it worked. I
Did
mean,
you
I
do
want
it
to see
with
this
applied
this way.
energistics?
Yes.
Yes, we don't have that yet.
No.
So I've come up with a way. It's a lot of work, but it's really cool too because it works beautifully. Like, one of the biggest tricks is getting the exact count of items, right? Like, very few mods can say 3 mana steel ingot, period, end of discussion, right? Like, transfer that, right?
Right.
So I've come up with a way, and it involves many things. So the first thing I want to do is make a runic altar.
Okay.
So I'm going to start working
I
on
want
that.
to see this way. Okay.
That's my plan for today, is to get that going. What do you got planned?
Did you notice that the pipings were different in the base?
Which pipings?
Logi pipes?
They're different?
Mm-hmm.
How so?
You'll find out later.
Are they different in a way that I'm not going to appreciate?
Oh no, they're better. There's no longer 2 vines.
Oh,
It's-
that would explain why our chests are filling up in a way that I didn't expect them to.
I'll look at this. What?
Look
I'll
in
look
this
more at it.
chest. See all the white mushrooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, those will eventually fill up that chest. And then they'll
Okay,
start spilling
I'll
over
handle
to the chest on the right.
I'll do more maintenance today.
Someone's like, see, I fixed your system. So, oh, it doesn't work.
I didn't fix your system. I changed it. I came on knowing today that something would be different I need to look at.
Mm-hmm.
No, none of the dusts are going in. None of the dusts are going in there.
Okay, as long as none of the dusts are going in, they better not be.
Okay, yeah. I made firewall pipes.
Ooh,
Ooh.
fancy. So let's see, I want the runic altar. Let me expand the ground underneath our base, because I need like a lower level for this to work. And we'll come back once I've done that and crafted a few things that I'm gonna need. All right, guys, before we get into the runic altar plan, I want to get a little bit of this stuff. Nice. I'll need one of those. Yeah, I did that. Oh well. So this in here. I can now make my Horn of the Wild. Which can make my Drum of the Wild. Sweet. Now this thing should, on receiving a mana pulse, right, that's nice and centered, pick up any and all flowers, or cause them to fall, right? So if we set this to ignore redstone for a minute, just finishing up this automation system from what I had last episode, ready to go. So we've got a timer, we've got a repeater here, that should be cool. Okay. So in theory, what I probably want is another spreader and another mana pool. Okay. And another mana pool. I could do this with a diluted, I think. Diluted mana pools hold a very small amount of mana. I don't think we need a lot of mana here, so maybe I'll hold on to this one. I want to try this with a diluted. It should work, in theory. Come on. Alright, I thought that was right the first time. There we go. Nice. Now this should fill up pretty quickly and not hold a terribly large amount of mana. Cool. Okay. The only problem is I think I put that in the wrong spot. Well, it should be fine. I could just put a spreader here. So we're going to want another spreader. This one a redstone. And this will just cover up one square of, so that should be fine.
The differences between quick sort and a pipe just receiving an item,
Yes.
is there one?
Yes. Quick sort will not sort to the default route.
That's why. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Hmm.
One piece of redstone,
Okay,
please.
okay.
It's actually pretty nice that it does that, if you think about it.
Yeah. I didn't know that going in, so now I can change the system a little bit. I'm going to take away this tank of sludge.
That is cool, right? How cool is that? So that's our automated system. So all I need really now, let's see. So that's good. I like that. Nice. Okay. Real quick, I just want to check something on this thing. All right, guys. Flip lever, get pedals. Very simple. Ta-da! Super cool. So speed upgrades, world interaction upgrades, item gate. Put the timer underneath here with a NOT gate hooked up to a wiring. That activates also the autonomous activator. All around, pretty cool. So that'll get that going. Now I want to work on the next part of this, which is the runic altar automation. All right, guys, we're back. This complex build is going to involve Railcraft. This is pretty cool. I'm actually really proud of this build, and I'm excited to show you guys. So if I remember correctly, I believe we want this guy facing this direction. I'm going to have a chest here, which is going to be the input-output chest. And then we're going to want an item unloader here. And then we're going to want a couple bits of track to go between. So let's see if I can get this guy behaving. So we're going to do you to you to you. And I'm going to put some blocks here. And then we're going to want this guy to go here. Now let's take a look. What we're going to want to do is demonstrate this first with just chests, right? I'm going to put this guy in stock mode. And for now, I'm going to say emit redstone signal when complete. And I'm going to say I want you to keep 1 stone and 3 glass in there at all times. Cool. So if I put stone and glass in this thing, I might need to rotate this guy. I don't know if I can rotate. There we go. That should be good. Is it this way that has to go? There we go. Nice. Cool. So I'm going to put this guy in manual for now. Nice. So notice that he put, let's see, stock, complete. He's been sending items back and forth, basically, right? So I'm going to put these guys back in here. And for now, we can probably just borrow this lever. Cool. So what he does is he sends his items across, right? Now there's one problem with this setup, is if I remove all the glass from here, if he's in complete mode, emit redstone when complete, that's cool. Now if I put 1, 2, 3, nice, okay. Well, that's not terrible, but I want to change things up just a little bit, because I want to use this other thing just to be sure that it's like perfectly perfect. What I'm going to do is, I mean, I could try it without. Maybe I'll try it without. Yeah, I think I'll try it without. So I'll leave it in stock, move items until destination matches filter, and complete. Emit redstone when complete. I think that's good. So that's cool. You're going to be in manual mode, and you're going to be in all mode, which means it's going to move all items. So basically, imagine the Rune of Earth, right? We need to have exactly this number of items in here, right? So imagine that exact number was 1 stone and 3 glass instead of all this stuff, right? What we would do is we would say, hey, put a bunch of stone and glass in here, preferably in the right number of items, right? And we would have this guy land, and boom, once he gets the right items in there, he'll get sent over here, right? Pretty cool? Very cool. So that's step 1, okay? But instead of having a chest over here, we're instead going to have an open crate, which is living wood planks. Cool. And the open crate will be set to drop items onto a runic altar. Okay, so that will be right about here, right? That looks good. So that when the cart comes over, boom, those items will immediately fall onto the runic altar. Perfect.
What you doing?
Breaking stuff. Setting things up.
Okay.
Do you want me to explain it to you? I was just telling my viewership.
I'm interested now because of the fact that it's using a minecart is going back and forth.
Right? Isn't that cool?
But
Are you touching
I don't know what's
things?
doing. No? No. Kinda wish it was, but no.
Alright, I will show you in a sec. So the other thing we're going to want here is a mana pool with a mana spreader. I haven't decided if I want a full-blown pool or just a diluted one. For now, diluted will do. The other thing we're going to want is probably, let's make sure F7's on, yes, a comparator with a piece of redstone coming out of it. And I requested redstone, but I forgot to grab it. So, and I'll tell you why we're making this in just a sec. So let's get an earth shard, because I'm pretty sure exile ammo. Can you get me some grass blocks?
Grass blocks? Sure.
Because you said you have a silk touch shovel, right?
Close enough, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
How much do you need?
A bunch. Just not a huge amount, just a bunch. Cool. So that should be good. Let me get a couple more items here, guys. All right, guys, we're back. And now I'm making these. So this is going to go in an autonomous activator, which will face here with a wand of the forest in it, and we'll hook up a little bit of power. And he really doesn't need any sides configured. Nice. So that should power him up. Beautiful. So that's going to hit that. The other thing we're going to want here is a vacuum chest, okay? Because we want to pick up. So remember, when you craft this, the shards are going to land on the ground. So we're going to want to suck those up. And the vacuum chest is going to do exactly that. Boom. Zoink. Sucks up the items that land. I'm going to put a filter in there, and we're going to filter based on only picking up the correct rune. But since we don't have the stuff to do that yet, we're going to have to hold off. So that's that part of it. I want to get some mana in here. I only have one problem. Mana tablet requires an attuned stone, which requires a whiff of magic, which requires a witch's oven. Why would you do that to me, T-Fox? You are evil and cruel, and I don't like you anymore. It's official. Direwolf does not like T-Fox for doing that, because it throws a monkey wrench into my cool plan here for this awesome build. But we'll get back to that in a minute. So, what we're going to want to do is, let's see, so we've got that part there, we've got that part all hooked up. Okay. Okay, so, next thing up, gate. Made us an integration table. Woot. Gonna go there. Gonna put a pulsating chipset on it, and that should get us an autarkic gate. Nice. Cool. So that gets us that. Let's get ourselves a wooden pipe. And, ooh, can I filter? All right, guys, not 100% sure, but I'm gonna test something here in a minute. I need to test if I can filter what gets pulled out with the wooden transport pipes. I know there used to be like filter pipes you could use, but that was another mod, and I have to see. I think Mzuli is the way to do it now. But I've got this thing set up so that redstone signal on equals single energy pulse, and then I want to say that this is an in-out system, so that should be cool. So what that should do is, I'll show you guys this in a sec. All right, guys, we're back. Raj and Hermie hooked me up with a attuned stone because they're my buddies.
Wait, what?
An attuned stone. So T-Fox is like totally trolling me right now. But the mana tablet, the mana thing that lets you carry around mana like a item form, battery type deal.
Yeah.
requires an attuned stone from witchery.
Yeah.
I know, it's
Okay.
rude.
That's expert. So,
I know, but it's rude.
are you a quitter?
I mean, a little bit, but
No.
but I've got one now, so I'm happy. Nice. So let's fill this thing up, actually, because I want to test this and make sure that a small mana pool is going to work for it. But basically, what we want to configure is not these guys for filters, but we want 3 of you and 1, 1, 1, 1. Cool. So 1 of you, 1 of you, 1 of you, 1 of you, and 3 of you. Cool. That should do. So I've got 6 sets of that in there, right? This thing is set up with a bunch of this, and if I've configured this properly, it should be pretty good to go. Nice, so that filled up quickly. So that should be able to transfer into there. So items will drop. All right, yeah, that's a little bit of a derp right there. I'm gonna have to probably rewire this a little bit. I had planned for this to be over here. Let me test in single player real quick. All right, guys, pretty sure the emerald transport pipe, even though it just says round robin extraction, I think that gives me the option to filter, doesn't it?
I think so. It does with fluids.
Okay, cool. So we'll put that there. Let's see. Oh, cool, yes. Okay, whitelist, blacklist, or round robin. Okay, so we'll whitelist living rock. So living rock's the only thing that's allowed to be pulled out. And then on this guy, we can say, all right, so that compacts the build a little bit. Redstone signal, single energy pulse. Cool. And we'll try this setup to do. We'll try it through the ground and see if that works. It might. But for now, we're just going to test it like this. So we're going to say the up direction is an out. A strong signal underneath might trigger it, but we'll see. So that should only pull out living rock. This thing should not touch the living rock. So let's give it a shot. You ready? So what I'm going to say is, you go. Nice. Did you hear how quickly that kicked off? Nice. That's awesome. All right, so you're going, you're doing your thing, draining mana, you're doing your thing. So it looks like it takes about a diluted mana pool's worth of mana to do the crafting, which is cool by me. I'm all right with that. All right, now watch what happens. See how this is a redstone signal power of 1? Once this thing is done crafting, it becomes a redstone signal power of 2. So if I put this here and we hook this up, let's get rid of this. See how it should be sending now 1 of those. Did it drop? Did I miss it? Oh, you know what? It probably got sucked into here. That's why we need the filter. Let's set this to never active for the time being. Right click. There we go. Nice. All right, so now I can put the filter in here and say you should only filter runes of earth. Okay, so the last thing I want to do is set up the following. So that's good, that's good, that's good. Back in a sec. All right, so the last thing we want to do now, guys, is the following. First, we're going to want to get these items out of here. So we're going to imagine that the runes of earth landed in the vacuum chest, right? So we're going to hook that up, and we're going to set this to ignored in a second, an empty blacklist, so it pulls out whatever's in there, aka just the runes of earth, right? But before we do that, we want to hook in one more nifty little trick, which will be a... Do we have any structure pipes over here? We do. Made a couple extra servos for later. So this is going to be, let me rearrange this wiring just a bit. So right here, so it's really here that we want to connect into, right? All right, so what I'm going to do here is tell this guy that if there are items in inventory, emit a redstone signal. And we're going to configure the down here to be green color. Cool. So what that should do, did you, oh nice, you pulled out. Oh nice, okay. So that, we're going to say, ooh, that triggered that guy to go. That's not a problem. That's okay. We will allow that, okay? So watch what happens. So this should send the cart back. Watch. Vacuum, you're up there, buddy. Did I misconfigure something there? That's green. Right in front of the advanced item unloader, right? So that should pretty much work. Nice. You see that? It worked. Okay, cool. That's what I wanted to see. All right, let me just test that once more. That is cool. You see that? Okay, here goes nothing. You ready? Rune of Earth. Dropped. Nice. You see that? Cool. And you're just going to be set to ignore because you don't care, right? So this guy just needs a little bit more mana. So watch what happens. You ready? Just to test, I'm going to take out the white mushrooms. And this should be working now. So watch, I'm going to stand back. Thing's going to go on. Should drop a living rock. Nice. And the cart should be... So we should be getting the item there, and the cart should have made its way back. It's a little too short of a signal, it looks like. I think I see what's happening is the signal's not lasting long enough. So I might tweak this for... make it a little longer of a signal. You know what I can do is say, pull out only one item at a time. Does that sound cool? So that way, right, watch this. So normally it would craft 3 items at a time. That gives it plenty of time. See the signal staying on? Boom. Maybe I want that to be 2 items at a time. Might be a little bit faster. I don't want it too quick, or too slow, because I don't want the items to bounce twice. So that might be a little too slow. Let me tweak that. All right, guys, real quick change to the system here. I decided to use the locking track from Railcraft, suspecting, and correctly so, that it would send the cart no matter how brief the redstone signal is. So I'll just drop all 12 down there. It doesn't matter. See how quickly it went and went right back? So, and the reason it's going back, by the way, is this. So that is an automated runic altar using Railcraft and several other mods all together. I'm very proud of it, in case you couldn't tell. Let's just do this. I'm going to make, well, let's see. I'm going to put these, 2 of you. And if I put just 1 white mushroom in, we'll just send this back real quick. And I want to test this once more. All right, so let's see. If I put my white mushroom in, boom. It's crafting. Mana pool's draining. And I'll even set up another white mushroom in there just for the next iteration. So once we get the blue lightning, we should see the gate activate. There it goes. It automatically pulsed once. So single pulse is key there because you only want it to pull, you know, 1 thing. All right, I should probably make sure that this is in there. I didn't have those in there. Well, there's your problem. Nice. And the cart went back and got more. And there it goes, it's crafting again. Second set, immediately. Perfect. So the only downside to this is I can't give it multiple recipes, but I put a crafting pipe on this, and I say, these items in gives you the Rune of Earth, and basically the Rune of Earth makes its way back into that chest. And it's all pretty compact, right? It's only like 3-4 blocks wide. So I'm pretty proud of this build. I think it worked out really well. I'm just going to basically repeat it, so I'll have Rune of Earth here. There it goes, boom. And now it's waiting for more, and once it gets more resources that it needs to craft, it'll be in good shape. So I'll have a supplier on here to say keep, you know, a stack of living rock or just 5 or whatever amount, right, that we want to keep in there. But for now, we have a ton of Rune of Earth because that's what I chose to test with. So I wonder if I can make something nice with it. I can make the Rod of the Lands. Not too much else with Rod of Earth, but can I make my sash? I can, my Sojourner sash. I need the Rune of Air, but that's okay. Air shards are from where again? Sandstone slabs. With the hammer. Okay, cool. Not terrible. So that's it. Like, done deal, dude. Like, how cool is that? I'm pretty proud of it. I really am. Because it was actually really tricky to come up with all the moving parts to this, but it should be pretty much foolproof because all the redstone signals last as long as they need to last for everything. So that's runic altar automation and crafting pipe accessible. So we just throw a crafting pipe on there, say items go into the chest, you'll get Rune of Earth out. It'll take about a minute to craft, but that's okay. Nice, right? All right, guys, so I think we're in good shape here to wrap up the episode. What I'll probably do between episodes is wrap up making more of these, because the one downside is that it's only like 1 per because of the way that the filtering of things works, right? So this thing and all this, it's pretty much 1 system per runic altar set. Because if I had like the fire rune, for example, even if I added it to the filters here, if we requested an earth and a fire rune at the same time, it wouldn't work because it would send both sets of ingredients down and then it wouldn't go. So we do need to have only, you know, 1 set at a time. So we're probably gonna have to have, you know, what I'm thinking is, right, we could have another 1, 2, 3, and then this here, and then we could have the same setup here. And then we could duplicate it across maybe 4 across here so that it would loop through. Or I could stretch it out in a long line so it could be 4 by 2, something like that. But for now, Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We will come back next time to do more automation and cool stuff. All right, guys, take it easy.